Hey guys, El Flamingo here, your coach of the Kookaroo Crabhammers. Today we have another team reveal. I have joined up in another league at the Garden of Eden. This time it's a singles league and it's an Ubers division league. So the rules to this is you have 120 points to spend on 10 to 11 Pokemon. You can have a maximum of 2 Ubers, and those Ubers cannot total more than 42 points. And so they range from 19 points to 23 points. So I started my draft off with an Uber, and this one doesn't look like an Uber because normally you think of something like a restricted non, but since it's Smogon rules, it's a little bit different. So my first pick for 19 points is Cinderace. So Cinderace, with its Libero ability specifically, the Blaze ability is not classified as Ubers, but since it effectively gives Cinderace a choice band on every attack, it can do a lot of damage in the singles. So something I learnt from my last league is I only had one fast Pokemon, and I only had two people that could use like U-turn two Pokemon that could only use like U-turn or Flip Turn or that sort of thing. So I wanted to cover my speeds better this time. I also wanted to get more momentum moves and pivoting moves, and I also wanted to just make sure I covered my weaknesses a little bit better. So my first pick being Cinderace was 19 points, so it's it's the cheapest Uber. Pardon me. Next, I wanted something that could pair well with it, and it also gave me momentum. Could also be a bit of a wall breaker. And attacked from the special side. So I got Keldeo. It's one of the Justice 4 from Gen 5, I believe, and it's a mythical Pokemon. So you don't see it in VGC normally, which is normally what I play. So it's water and fighting, has access to Flip Turn, but has a base 129 special attack. It's 108 speed, so it's pretty much the special version of Terrakion, but with water typing over rock. Next, I actually initially drafted Celesteela, but as I went along, I feel it didn't really fit my team, so I re-picked in the grace period and picked up Mandibuzz. So Mandibuzz we used in the Great Lakes Draft League. We traded Noivern to get this. It is dark and flying typing. It also has U-turn, fantastic. And can provide me with defog, gives me a ground resist, and also gives me a psychic immunity, which is and a ghost resist. I think my team needed as well. So Mandibuzz fit really well. Hasn't got the offenses like the others, but it has ways to hit with things like knock off, foul play, and of course U-turn. So next, I wanted to complete my Firewater Grass core. So I wanted another ground resist or immunity, and so I picked up a familiar face, maybe not this specific one, but we got Rotom Mow. So we've got Rotom Heat, we've used the base form of Rotom, I've used Rotom Wash in multiple other places, so we haven't used Rotom Mow before, so I thought that was a pretty good one to go with. Gives me the electric typing, super good electric switch in for the Keldeo and the Mandibuzz. Also good ground resist, or immunity, I should say. Next, I wanted something I've seen. This is only my second singles draft, so something I've seen is sort of Regenerator Mons can do a lot of work in a draft league. So I wanted to draft one for myself, so I picked up Slowbro Galar. So it's a little bit more offensive and a little less bulky than its Cantonian counterpart, but it provides me with some really cool coverage that can help me in pretty much most of my matchups. It doesn't get access to teleport. I thought it did. Turns out it doesn't, but it has the regenerated ability. Also has some other really cool abilities. What's its quick draw? Its signature ability that acts like a quick claw, has the chance to act first. So that could be cool to run in a week. So next, who have I got next? Oh yes. So this was before I picked up the Mandibuzz. I wanted a ghost resist that went with the Galarian Slow Bro plus some other Pokemon that I was looking to pick up. So I picked up one that can also set Stealth Rocks, can be quite bulky and supportive, but can also have a bit of a offensive role as well. And so I picked up the normal type Miltank. So Miltank, everyone knows Whitney's Miltank from Gen 2. So just a normal type, offers me a ghost immunity and lets me set up Stealth Rocks, which I thought was quite important. Helps you get some key KOs, but also lets you invest a little bit more in bulk because you know that the opponent's going to be chipped down by hazards. Next, I went back up to the Ubers, and this is kind of why I didn't want Celesteela anymore. So I went back up to the Ubers. I got another 19 pointer, but I think this is quite good value in terms of its base stat total and its typing. So I got Zamazenta. So Zamazenta is the Steel type and Fighting type, and I actually got the Crowned form. So this gives me a big Steel type attacker. Has 130 base attack, which is pretty good. Plus 145 base in both of its defenses. When it gets switched in, it gets +1 to its defense. So it's really bulky and can hit really hard. So I look forward to using this. I've used it again in a VGC draft league, so it'd be interesting to see how I go using it in singles. Next, I want a bit of a cleric. So Miltank kind of does that job, but I wanted something that could Wish Pass and could also do things like Aromatherapy or Heal Bell, whatever it might be. So this was probably the most cost-effective one for that. Like I could have gone a Sylveon, but I went with Aromatisse because it saved me like 5 points. Is still very bulky and has an okay special attack stat, but it has access to those wishes, and wish it had Baton Pass, but doesn't. Aromatherapy, so it can be very useful in keeping some of my bulky mons alive, like the Zamazenta and the Miltank, and even the Galarian Slow Bro, and also just provide me with like if they want to spread burn or toxic on my team, because bulky mons can be prone to toxic. It lets me get rid of those statuses as well. So I look forward to using this guy. Next, I wanted a rapid spinner. I started running out of points a bit. So I reached down low. So I got a 4-pointer, and it also provides me with an electric resistance. And I picked up Claydol, so another ground immunity and an electric immunity. Now the Mandibuzz is looking like a good switch into the dark and ghost attacks aimed at Claydol. It has Rapid Spin, has Stealth Rocks, has pretty good bulk, hasn't got great offenses, but has got quite good coverage. Has things like that it shouldn't have, like Ice Beam, and Scorching Sands is a good one. So it has some really good moves that I can use, but mostly going to be there to Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock. Next, I actually originally drafted Poltegeist. I just wanted the Shell Smash and the Ghost typing. But after I got the Mandibuzz, I had a few extra points. So I actually went for another Ghost type. It doubles up on my Fairy type, but I got Mimikyu. So Mimikyu is a physical Ghostmon. Has access to cool moves like Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Trick Room. And it also has a decent attack stat, but it can boost its attack stat. Has access to some good physical moves. So I look forward to using this in a not a VGC, in a single setting. Should be interesting. And so after all this, I'm left with 1 point. So when I am looking at the 1 point, I'm looking at, do I need a rapid spinner? I can pick something up like War Turtle. Is there something down there that's really good value? I didn't really see anything down there that was particularly good value. Maybe Jinx, but still not really. Or is there some other is there a Trapper down there, something like a Magnemite or a Trapinch? This close to getting Trapinch, but feel I didn't really need it on this team. So I actually went with the other thing I look for, which is Sticky Webs. So I picked up Swirlix. So Swirlix is pretty cool 1-pointer. It has access to Unburden, So if I have an item on it that procs while I'm setting up sticky webs, I'll then have double speed and I can do whatever I want after that. Use a toxic, use a dazzling gleam or a draining kiss or whatever it might be. So even though it's only 1 point, I think I will be bringing Swirlix quite a bit, just to give me that speed advantage against grounded mons with the sticky web. So that's my team. I look forward to doing singles again. I was always pretty anti-singles, but after doing my last draft league, I really enjoyed it and want to get into it more. And I've been watching other people's contents, both draft league and just singles content, and it's actually I'm actually really into it at the moment. So hopefully I can get some wins. We'll see how this team goes. I feel this is much better than my FDL draft league team, just because it's a bit more well-rounded, maybe less typing-wise, but more so sort of role-wise. I have a clear cleric. I've got rapid spin. I've got lots of pivoting moves this time. So I think, like I said, last time I had 2. This time I've got 4 in the top row, and then I've also got teleport down here. So I look forward to using this. We'll see how we go. Zamazenta is back. I'm going to do some streaming. I'm going to stream some BDSP Battle Tower. So I'm going to start doing that tonight and tomorrow night. My wife and my daughter are away, so I've got the whole house to myself to do whatever I want. So I'm going to stream. That's it for me today, guys. I shall see you all next time.